Yeah, thanks, Erica. Again, thanks to the fans. Again tonight, great crowd. Decent start to the game. I thought first half did a good job of limiting Atlanta. It's still a very strong team. Took away, I thought, their key players, made it hard on them. Created some chances. Didn't finish, but also got in at halftime with the 0. I thought came out well in the second half. Got our goal. And then from there, on their goal, we have like a half chance to Leon gets a little bit of a foot on it. Jack maybe gets pulled out of the middle, which is never good for a center back. And then Jacob has to go and cover the near post, and we lose our mark at the back post. So hurts. Pushed the game after that and had some real chances to get the winner. But it was a night where, a lot of shots. Probably would like more of them on target for sure, but just couldn't get that second goal tonight.
Thanks. Jim, there's been a lot of praise for you guys the last few weeks. Oh my God, they're the hot team. They're the team nobody wants to face. And when something like this happens, and it's a dose of reality perhaps, and even with all the injuries and all that, is this a moment where the standings tell what this team is now or not, do you think?
Yeah, look, I think that we're at a point in the year where every team that's in and around that red line is very desperate, and Atlanta's one of those teams. We're one of those teams, so it's never going to be easy. So as great as the 5-1 in New York was, as great as the 4-0 at home was, this is going to be a game where you're going to get their absolute best, right? Again. It's going to go down to the last day for sure for all these teams pushing to get in, and we've put ourselves in a situation where we're still in control of our own destiny, but at the same time our margin for error is very, very small, and not taking those extra 2 points tonight makes it a little bit more challenging. There's no question about that. Still played some decent soccer for stretches, but at this stage, no one remembers the amount of chances you create. They only care if it's 3 points, and tonight wasn't good enough.
Times when you look at it's bad luck in a way that they score 30 seconds after you make the 2 defensive substitutions.
Yeah.
You look down the bench and say, now what in your own mind, and what do I have, or what's in your mind?
No, we have obviously, in that moment. It starts actually with their throw-in from on the opposite side of the field where the cross came from. So there's a lot of things we could have done to prevent a goal. It's never just one thing. Again, at that stage, it's getting up towards the 70th minute. We make some changes to bring in some fresh legs with some experienced guys. And again, a little bit unlucky that they do score, pretty quickly. But at the same time, it's not the guys that came into the game's fault. We can do a better job as a team there, and get the ball cleared. So, a lot of little mistakes on their goal. But again, if we take our chances a little bit better, we're talking about something different.
To the good, when Nate scores there, it looks like what you've talked about the last 2 games with the front 3. Looks like they sucked in all the defensive pressure, and Nate finds that space. Is that what you saw on that goal? Yeah,
look, Atlanta, first of all, defended the box really well tonight. They put 4 and 5 guys that kind of stayed home. They weren't as aggressive going forward, so they had a lot of guys back, and that's, as you guys know, hard for us to break down. When we lead in possession, it's usually not a good thing, and we had a lot of possession tonight. Created a lot for sure, but not a lot of those clear-cut chances that we'd like to see. So, but yeah, the 3 of them were close to each other on the goal. That leaves the cutback open for Nate, and Nate did a good job of. You guys see it 100 times. It happened 100 times tonight. You see guys get excited and put a ball into the 50th row, but Nate did a good job keeping his head down, locking his ankle, and keeping it low, and hit the back of the net. And at home, that goal should be enough. We should find a way to grind out an ugly win there. But we got punished.
I feel like around the box there was maybe more shoot when you should have passed me to should have shoot type moments tonight.
Yeah, I think just think of the last seconds of the game, right? we have a moment where there's a knockdown, we win a ball, two guys have a shot at it, Guzan makes a good save. It comes out to Jacob, and even in that instance, I know everyone yells every time Jacob touches the ball to shoot. But if you look at Quinn on the towards the back post on that one, if we can stay calm, just a good ball on the ground to Quinny, I think he has a good look too. So rather than a shot from 25, 30 yards out, which is a lower percentage. But Guzan played good tonight too. He made 3 or 4 saves that were turn back the clock type saves from Brad. So. He's been in these types of games. He knows where his team is. He knows they need points. And I thought he was really strong for them tonight. They're a team, like I said, that's fighting just like we are for every point right now. While a point hurts, by the end of this thing, a point could be huge too. So again, we have to regroup. We got 2 tough games on the road against an Orlando team that's as hot as anybody. So we'll have to go down there. And then a Columbus team as well. That's also one of the best teams in the league. And then home against Cincinnati. So that's never easy. We missed an opportunity tonight. 1 point you're never happy with at home. So at the same time now we have to regroup quickly, recover, and finish off the next 2 games this week strong.
Emotionally, does the quick turnaround almost help? I wonder how you feel the emotions are of having a little bit of a mini run interrupted.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's, look, it's always better to win and keep that momentum going. It's always hard to go down to Orlando. It's going to be hot. It's going to be difficult. Again, they're in really good form. This team, though, has a way of surprising you, and our group will, I think, find a way to persevere and hopefully steal a game on the road and steal some points on the road. Every point at this stage is going to be huge. Again, we have the last game against Cincinnati. Who knows what it means to them at that stage? It's impossible to predict. What we do know is our next game in Orlando is going to be a real fight, and we have to make up for the 2 points that we missed tonight. You guys see how tight it is in and around the bottom of the Eastern Conference. There's a lot of teams that are still alive, a lot of teams that shouldn't still be alive that are, and that's the reality of the league, and we have to find a way to get in the playoffs, and then anything can happen.
Take a couple more. Go right here.
What are your thoughts on Danny's performance tonight? He took a good big knock in the first half, and then he had the goal that was called back offside.
Yeah, we had a couple called that were close, just a little bit offsides. He took a good shot to the head. Brad came out and punched the ball, and he got a piece of Danny on that play. But Danny was typical Danny. Solid all night, worked hard defensively, created some chances, had some shots. Couple that were close but just didn't go in tonight. So again, we'll regroup quickly. He's a guy that we're going to need down the stretch to make big plays for us like he always does, and I'm confident that he'll still do that.
He's fine after the shot.
Yeah, he's okay though. Yeah, he's good. Thanks.
Jim, question for you. You mentioned about Atlanta stacking the box and all that. It looked like Atlanta knew where you guys would go with the ball tonight. Is that film work on you guys, and did you have any kind of adjustments to go along with that, like a plan B?
Yeah, I think we floated too many crosses into the box, and we're not a team that, and first of all, crosses are actually, especially from the sidelines, are low percentage plays. So we want to try to get into the assist zone cross balls closer to the end line, inside the 18, so they're good hard cutbacks. That's usually a much higher percentage, much more dangerous play. I thought that we settled too much for just floated balls into the box, which those 2 center backs timed it very well. I think they won probably 15 to 20 head balls in the box on clearances. So again, doing a better job. I thought we did better in the second half, getting into dangerous areas and good hard cutbacks on the ground. Those are the ones that give defenders problems. Guzan was able to come out and catch too many. So we can clean up certainly and be a little sharper with our final pass.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.